Hey guys, welcome back to So You Call Yourself a Mom podcast. I'm
I'm
Ashley,
Jocelyn.
and today we're going to talk about keeping your baby safe and
Mhm.
healthy. That's a deep one right
It's controversial
there.
for
That's
sure.
yeah, that's one that
Yeah, might hit some triggers.
right. Some people may or may not agree, but that's
Mm,
okay.
we'll see.
Okay.
So the first topic that we have is baby food.
I honestly, okay, well, my baby's 2 now, but when he was younger, I didn't do like the Gerber baby food and all that stuff.
Really?
No, I didn't.
At all? What did you do?
I did like beech nut, but I did the
Okay.
only organic.
Mhm.
And he ate he liked it. And then like sometimes I try to do like just pureed food in general.
Yeah. No, you're
Like
cool.
I know everybody's like, that baby gonna be bougie. Well, listen,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Like I mean, I feel like because it's my baby's stomach, so
Yes, literally.
I want it
What
to
do
be
you even
healthy.
mean bougie? It's really
Right,
just
like if I had to pay $3 for a jar of baby food, I did it. But that's okay. Like,
yeah. So you didn't really use WIC or anything?
I did. I did. I messed up because I waited till he was probably like I was on WIC when I was pregnant. And
Mhm.
then when he was like probably like 6 months, I went back and they were like, girl, this ain't no newborn. And I was like, listen, I had a rough couple of first months. So we're gonna start it like he is newborn and we just gonna go from there. And they're like,
Mhm.
okay, cool. But yeah, I did WIC, but they couldn't do the organic on WIC anyway, so I just didn't use it.
Yeah, that's
I
what I was
got
gonna
it and
say.
gave it to other people,
That's
honestly. Like,
good. I mean,
but
you should because there's a lot of people that need it.
yeah.
There's a lot of people that need it.
Yeah. And then like I think like honestly, some people don't really understand like the difference between like the natural and the organic. But yeah, so like I only use certain kinds of food anyways because like it was only like bad food and water. Like
Yeah.
so if it was carrots, it was just mashed up
So
carrots
you
and
only
water.
gave him water?
Yeah, he
Me
still to
too.
this day only drinks like water. Like I'll put flavor in it,
Mhm.
but he likes Propel water. I don't know if that's
Oh,
okay, but it's water. It's flavored water. But like to this day, he only still drinks water
yeah.
and like almond
That's
milk.
awesome.
Like
That bougie baby.
right, but honestly, it's like a preference. Like I tried to give him juice, and I like gave him like
Don't listen to people.
yeah,
People are just haters, like chronically.
oh yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah,
are haters to their core.
yeah,
Like if somebody feels like they couldn't make a decision and they see
mhm.
someone else make a decision,
Yeah,
they're just gonna try to down you and doubt you and talk you out
right,
of it until you get out of it.
yeah,
But bro, there are kids like mine that
hmm,
don't eat anything but fries.
yeah.
That's bougie. That's picky.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
that's okay. Like,
Just because it's not healthy doesn't mean you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, don't worry
And
about it.
that's how like I'm definitely like a hey, this day we're gonna I tried the fruits and vegetables and all that. He likes them, but it's hit or miss. Like he goes through phases, like honestly, and I'm sure every kid does. Like he used to love like peaches and grapes and all that stuff, but then it was like, okay, I'm over that.
Mm.
Jason is big on he likes chicken nuggets, but he won't eat the fries unless they're from Five Guys.
Okay.
Talk about bougie, baby.
I take back. I'm just kidding.
All right, I take back
Okay,
what
I
I
have a
said.
question. I have a question. You
Yeah.
brought up something important. So, grapes.
Mhm.
What do you do with the grapes?
So with him, I cut them into the smallest. I did like cut them into fours. He
Yes.
never got a whole grape. Like I was so scared about that. And like honestly, with everything, even now, like I still do that. Even when he's eating chicken nuggets, I still break them up. And I know they're like, girl, that baby too like he can eat a whole. Like I don't care. I'm not feeling like my baby choke for nobody opinion. Like I'm just not.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like
and people like say you should listen to other people's opinions.
yeah,
Like, why? Why are you even
right. Yeah,
commenting?
it's not your
You
opinion.
should just
Like
be like, she's weird, and
right,
keep it moving.
that's fine.
Because it's
Yeah.
different if like you were doing something like, okay, this is extreme, but if you were giving him alcohol
Mhm.
and then they were like, hey, you're not supposed
Yeah,
to.
that's a
Yeah,
hard
that's
no.
different.
Yeah.
But like, this is just something that's keeping them. It's literally keeping them safer.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like putting on his seatbelt, and they're
Right.
like, dude, why do
It's
you do that? Nobody else does. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Like
Like,
no, but
shut up.
it's my kid. Like I'm
It's
gonna do
just
what I want.
okay.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
And I think like a lot of people like have that opinion of what's your opinion like on like fast food for your baby?
So with fast food, I have bought Kyler a Happy Meal before, and my mom gets him like little Happy Meals and stuff. And I let her because it's not that serious to me yet. Because he's not just over it, because I'm not getting him them, you know what I'm saying, every day, and like, but I know that it makes her happy. Like she'll brag about it. She'll be like, I got Kyler a Happy Meal. Yeah. So I know that makes her day sometimes. Do I wish that I could cook for him every single day? I do. And once I stop coaching and stuff, and once I finally get settled into my new regular, I'm going to have like more food for him. But right now I know for a fact that his dad gives him baked goods all the time. Like, he just air fries chicken nuggets and fries all the time, and it's the same thing as me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't wish that happened. I hate it, honestly. And if I had him like all the time, I know that he'd like regular food, you know what I'm saying? But it's the way that the cookie crumbled this time.
It just is what it is. Like, and I think like with Jason, we're pretty particular about like most of the time if he doesn't, like I said, he only eats fries if they're like he made that his own opinion. Like I tried, I was like, hey, this is a whole Happy Meal. It's got apples. He'll eat the apples. He'll eat the chicken nuggets. He's like, I'm not eating those fries. I don't know what that is. I'm not eating it.
He can give them to me.
Like I'll be like, okay, I'll take them. Like, but honestly, like I think that's very. I try to like. He loves rice. I'll say that. Jason loves rice. He don't care what kind of rice it is. White rice, seasoned rice. He does not care. He's gonna eat some rice. But like you said, when it's about like, I think for me, I try to pick stuff that I know he'll eat. But I also try to like incorporate things that is like, it's like, okay, I know that you're gonna eat rice, but we're gonna eat some broccoli with it. Like, and I'll mix it in, and he won't notice the difference. But I also give him have you heard of Ella Ola? Like the vitamin?
I haven't.
I'll give him those. It's like a packet, and it's unflavored vitamins, and it's like a multivitamin.
And it looks like candy.
It's a packet, like it's dust. Like I put it in his milk. Yeah. So he gets all of that nutrition.
You need to send that to me, girl.
Yeah, like, well, and
so Kyler's dad, he's really good with giving him his vitamins every day. And it's a gummy. So to him, he's like, where's my vitamin?
Every candy to them. And that's why I'm like, I know that like they're still getting that nutrition. And I think like with every kid it's different because you have to base it off of where they're gonna eat. Because you can put it on the plate and they're not gonna eat. Like, and I think that's kind of like Jason's dad is super picky. Super picky. And he's a grown man. And Jason be looking like, oh, I'm gonna follow your footsteps and be picky too. Like,
I think people don't realize.
But they do what they see. Like, sure. But Jason eats like, he'll eat like salmon, and I'm like, I don't eat that. Like, I hate fish. Jason will, if he's with my dad, he gonna eat whatever.
Jason is healthy.
Jason, right? I'm like, Jason only drinks almond milk. Like ever since he stopped, I breastfed him too. And when I stopped, I tried. They was like, okay, we'll wing them and give them whole milk. I was like, okay, I tried, and he was like, I'm not drinking this. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? Because he still got to drink milk or something. Like they're like, okay, well, I think my sister had almond milk or something like that. And I gave it to him, and he's like, oh, I like this. And I think it's like that texture is the same kind of as breast milk. So he took a liking to it, and we literally go to Aldi probably every other day.
That's crazy. I love Aldi. I go so much. I go so much to Aldi. And about the grapes, I was going to say, I absolutely cut them too. I cut them so much. And I actually just saw a study. Well, not a study, but a situation. An 8-year-old just died. Can you imagine your kid makes it all the way to 8 and you're like, oh, I'm so glad he's past his choking stages.
Good,
Grapes are so dangerous. And people don't understand. People think it's because of how big they are, how small they are, how advanced your kid is, whatever. I've choked on a grape before. I've choked on apples before. So I'm a little scared.
Girl, I choke on everything.
But it's like, it's the peel of the grape that matters. Like, that's what comes off and gets stuck. Obviously, it's not the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's not.
But I think a lot of people need to take that more seriously.
Absolutely.
It's scary. I actually, hopefully, with Aurora, I think I'm going to tell people that she's allergic to grapes. I guess this is my out. But
right. It's like, hey, listen, she's allergic.
Yeah, she's gonna get sick if she eats them because like I don't want like that's such an annoying thing that people don't respect.
Yeah.
Like you're
like feeding my kid when I ask you to feed them. Don't feed them. Like I think for me, like my pet peeve is like if you try something new with my baby, tell me first.
Tell me,
like,
yeah.
Don't just give them like, oh, I gave them blueberries or whatever. No, like tell me because I need to know. Like, and I think it's more so like just making sure that kids are allergic to everything these days. Like, and I don't want it to be an issue like where it's like, oh, I gave him some peanut butter crackers
and then you didn't even know, and you weren't even there,
right? And then I'm like, I'm wondering why my baby's like going into anaphylactic shock.
No, literally.
I didn't know you gave peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I think that's a big thing that a lot of people don't respect your boundaries with feeding your kids. So like, yeah, that's tea right there.
It's not just like it's not something simple.
Yeah,
like that's an actual they might die in 30 seconds thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, it's a life and death thing. Like, don't give my kid if you're gonna give him. And like I used to like if I sent him somewhere and I gave him grapes, I pre-cut them
before. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do for Kyler.
Yeah.
So, have you ever used an outlet? Owlet. Have you ever used an owlet? OWLET.
Oh, the sock thing? No, I wanted one. But then, like, honestly, and this is going to be super controversial, my baby was in the bed with me. Like, I had a bedside bassinet. But I did. I had a bedside bassinet. And I think because of how he was born and all of that we talked about in the last episode, I think for me, like, I just wanted my baby, like, close to
be safe.
Yeah, I want him to be safe 24/7. And a lot of people think that in your bed is not safe. But I think for me, like, it was a comfort thing for both of us because I knew that, hey, I'm not going to roll over him because to this day, like, I still sleep, like, on the edge of the bed. That's just how I sleep. But also, I think that I kind of have programmed myself to be like, hey, whether the baby's in the bed or not, the baby's always here. So, like, make sure you're laying a certain way to know that your baby is here and you're not suffocating him.
So, like, you curl around.
Right. Yeah. And so, like, I think for me, and then it's just like, because, I mean, anything can happen while the baby's. Like, and to me, like, I've had a situation where I've known people who their baby literally choked in their sleep and passed away. Like, that's a real thing. And it's nothing they could do about it. They couldn't hear the baby, you know, and that's a real thing. And so I think for me, it was just that comfort of, I know that my baby, I can hear him breathing. I can reach over and feel that he's still warm, you know. And so I thought I was going to get an outlet. And I was like, you know what? If he's in the bed with me, do I want to pay this money for it? It's expensive, but yeah. Did you use it?
I did.
Okay. So how do you feel like that was a good purchase? Oof. Like, it eats your mind.
Listen, if I could tell anybody to buy anything, it would be that. And the only reason that I say that is because with Kyler, I did not have it. I wanted it, but like you said, it was $400.
Right, yeah.
So I didn't. And I told Kyrie, like, I was like, Kyrie, like, I'm telling you, with Aurora, I need it. Because with Kyler, he had a bedside bassinet too. And I never slept with him, not once. And I literally woke up. I did not go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I truly didn't. I made sure, like, I'd roll over just to see he was breathing.
Right.
Over and over.
It's a mind thing.
Yeah. So I was like, if you want me to be a little sane, like, you've got to find a way. And he found one that someone was actually selling. So we got it for a great price.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell it for a great price, you know, to somebody. But girl, like, so now I do sleep with her on me. Sometimes. If it's like a least case scenario. I mean, if it's like a if I just have to sleep with her on me. I sleep with her on me, and it'll tell me, like, in my head, I'm like, if she was to die, if something was to happen, I know. At least I know. Right. Yeah. So with me, I feel more comfortable without her on me. But there's also a part of me that knows I'm a mom and knows that I need to be with my baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm so scared of her plain words. I'm scared of her dying because I suffocate her.
That's a real fear.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, yeah, with the outlet, like, I just knew that if anything was happening that was bad, that I would know. Something would tell me, you know?
Yeah.
Because one night, her oxygen dropped. And it was like, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep. Yeah, and Kyrie, for some reason, Kyrie and we were both awake.
Yeah.
I was awake because the baby was awake already. So that's how I knew she was okay. Like, I already had her in my arms.
Mm-hmm.
And I was burping her. And what had happened was, kind of like I said in the last episode, she started choking on herself. Like, she just has such bad acid reflux.
Yeah.
And she couldn't breathe because she was trying to poop, and she was snotty and like at the same time.
Yeah.
So she couldn't breathe, so her oxygen literally depleted.
Wow.
And but we both knew
what
you know
to
what
do.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that made me feel so good.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if anything, just like you said, like, babies throw up in their sleep. And my biggest fear was SIDS.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm definitely celebrating her 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like the age that it ends. Yeah. But it just helped me a lot. It helped me so much. Like, I slept a lot more. Don't get me wrong. I don't sleep.
You don't sleep, yeah, but you sleep a lot better.
I sleep, yeah. Like, when I actually do sleep, it's more of a sleep.
Yeah.
It's not like a shutting my eyes and listening out. Yeah.
It's that
I feel safe.
I get a good rest.
Yes.
No,
literally.
Yeah.
And girl, I took it everywhere. Vacation.
Yeah.
If someone else keeps her, I'm like, you gotta keep it on all night.
Yeah.
But
okay, let me ask you this. You brought up SIDS. Did you do pacifiers?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially for that reason.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you. I was like, because Jason, I'm not going to lie to you. Jason sucked a pacifier up until the week before his birthday, his second birthday.
I understand.
And he was super easy to wean off. Don't get me wrong. Like, I just took it and he was like, okay, whatever. But that was always my biggest fear. And I knew, like, after a couple months, like you said, 4 months, they, are pretty much out of that range. But I was like,
out of the range for what we know.
Yeah, from what we know. Yeah, I'm like, I'm just still like, I don't trust it. Like, I know him remembering to suck this pacifier keeps him alive. Exactly. I want him to do it. Like, I don't care.
So you brought up a point. So the reason that we think is because they're remembering to suck the pacifier. Yeah. So me and Kyrie were talking, and we were like, maybe the reason that they do die from SIDS is because they forget that they're alive and they forget to breathe. Yeah. So I was looking it up. I was looking into it because I have anxiety about that. And I ended up finding out women researched it. And like, apparently scientists have decided that the reason that most of the babies die from SIDS is because they lack oxygen because they forgot to breathe, basically. And because of that, the research that happened overseas in places like Honduras, Nicaragua, stuff like that, there's like, SIDS is not a thing. Yeah. Because they live with fans. And like, if you live, so basically if your baby is sleeping somewhere and there's just trapped air, like, there's nothing that's like making them, you know what I'm saying? Or nothing that can replace their cessation of breathing. Yeah. So that was a great thing for me to learn. Yeah. So now I keep a fan on and I keep a pacifier in. Yeah. And that outlet.
So it's like, I know for a fact I got these 3 steps. Okay. You are okay. Yeah. Like, you're good. This is a good purchase. Like, I don't care how much it is. I'm gonna purchase it. Yeah. Like, I think Duna strollers are the dumbest thing that are created. I'm sorry, but a lot of people are gonna hate that, but
you research them. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I actually look into it.
Yeah,
people are like, "Oh, this is convenient," but like, is it convenient in a car accident?
Right, it's not. It's not at all.
That's why I didn't ask for one.
Yeah,
someone asked me if I wanted one.
It's like, no,
that would have been great.
Yeah, but I'm okay.
I'm not about that life.
Yeah, and I think, like, for me, like, I honestly, I was like, is this really gonna keep my baby safe? Because first of all, they're so small in those big old strollers, and you can't adjust it. Like, it's just that.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, well, if, like you said, if I get an accident with this stroller.
One accident.
And that's it.
That's how I think.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, I'm going to do the research. I'm going to get the ones that have the cushion or to their certain way. And then after that way, I'm going to take that cushion out. But I know this is safe for my baby because it's going to make sure he stays in there. Like,
So that leads me to my next question. car seats.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel about how do you strap your baby?
So, I mean, honestly, from day one, like I've always been a stickler about the car seat. I don't play that. Like, I've had times where we, if we're parked or whatever, and like when he was a little baby, he was just rambunctiously crying. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take you out. Like, we're gonna sit here, but we're in a parking lot. But it's cool. But I mean, I feel like for me, like I was adamant about like I want him rear facing until he's able to, and I think like recently because I have multiple car seats for like his car, my parents' car.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have like 10.
Yeah, we got multiple car seats. So it's just like I feel like I'm always like I want it tethered, I want it the strap, I want all the safety features. I don't care like how long it takes, how hard it is. I want to make sure he's safe. And I can't necessarily make that assumption that everybody does that in their car, but I do that in my car. So I just, and then especially like if he's going with like somebody like my sisters or whatever, I kind of like I give my preference, but and then it's like
you still don't know if that's
I don't know, if that's gonna happen, but it's like I know that they're gonna do the basics. At least they're gonna make sure that the car seat is stable, and so I'm okay with that. But my personal preference always will be to do the most, like,
for sure.
Like,
girl, I'm extra. Like,
yeah,
I don't care how long it takes me to strap her or Kyler.
Yeah,
I'm going to make sure it's tight. I'm gonna make sure that top part is in line with his shoulder, his armpits. Girl, like it's one of the scariest things to me is when people say like, oh, I'm gonna actually take them somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, at a point you have to decide that like it's not in your hands.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
So, I mean, I try my best to do positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's gonna happen because like I got
right.
The world has got them. The universe has got
them.
Nothing's gonna happen. But when I have them, I make sure everything is tight. Like
right, top tier. Like you're not going nowhere. Yeah.
Like anybody can trust me with their baby.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in leaving them in the car seat to nap or anything.
Yeah.
And people, that's something. It's just so much that's scary because people don't really respect your boundaries the way that you respect them, obviously.
Exactly.
But I don't let them sleep in their car seats.
Yeah.
And I had also heard of a study. Something happened. There was a situation where an 11-month-old died in his car seat.
Yeah.
From sleeping.
Yeah.
11 months.
Right.
That's old.
Yeah. Because you don't think about that. Like you're like, okay. I think like most people think like after like 6 months, nothing can happen. Like, like no.
But even then, like I have people offering me, like they'll be like, "Hey, I'll go get her car seat so you could just put her down so she can sleep in it."
No.
And in my brain, I'm just like, do you think that when she dies from not being able to breathe, that you're gonna hear her die?
Right.
She's not gonna breathe anymore.
She's not gonna breathe. She's not gonna make any noise. She's not gonna tell you like, "Hey, I'm dead." Like, no.
Yeah, and no matter how much you think you're watching her chest go up and down, it's literally gonna be a 10-second break, and that's it.
Right. And that's all it takes.
So in my head, I'm like, the most is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Period.
And I think like a lot of people don't understand, like as moms, nobody can do what's best for your child but you.
Yeah.
That's just your mindset. Like everybody can be like, oh well, I had 7 kids. I don't care. You didn't have my kid. Like,
and I'm sorry to interject, but like the thing about that is that in the 50s, in the 60s, whatever, they literally, I don't remember, somebody can fact check me, like I don't remember when you had to have a car seat in your car. But their laws changed.
Yeah, it's different. Like I literally just saw something the other day where like these people they were in an accident and their baby was 2 and passed away, like, and the baby was strapped in correctly. And a lot of people were like, oh, they didn't have the baby strapped in. The baby was strapped in correctly. And it just was one of those things where the car seat just wasn't tethered correctly. Like he was in the car seat, strapped in. It just wasn't tethered correctly. And the force that the car hit him with, the baby jerked forward.
Speaking of that, something that's been on my mind a little bit lately is like if a situation did happen where we had to get out really fast and I had both of them.
Yeah.
That's scary to me.
It's a real thing. Like I've seen a lot of cars like going up.
Yeah, or catching on fire.
And what do you do in those? I saw something that I was watching this video one day and the guy was saying, he was a firefighter. He was like, keep a buckle cutter, like on the side of your chair.
I'm doing that.
Yeah. So
well, not tonight.
You don't think that. Yeah, you don't think about that, but that you cut your seat and you cut the babies out of their seat.
I need to do that. ASAP.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, I literally was like, do I need to practice taking him out over and over and over and over?
Right. Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy to some people, but like, you just wouldn't know until you have a kid.
Until you have that situation. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What's going
when
on
you
there?
literally have 10 seconds to get them out.
Right. Yeah, because you're not thinking about that. Like, you're like, okay, we're safe, nothing can ever happen, but it can. Like, you can't dictate that. Like, and so like that's literally something like I have in my car. I have like, it's called a survival bag, basically. So like I have all that stuff, but I don't have it near my seat. It was in my trunk at first, but that video made me like, I'm gonna keep this next to me because if something happens, you know, like it has the first aid kit, it has all that, but it also has the seatbelt cutter where you can just easily slice yourself out, slice the baby out, and be done. Because you can buy another car seat. You can't buy another kid. That same kid. You can have another kid, but you can't have that same kid twice. You know?
So true.
So I think that that's something that a lot of people don't really think about until you have to think about it. Like, you know, you always think that everything's gonna be okay with your baby, but you just never know.
You don't know.
Yeah. And I think that's a main thing that a lot of moms struggle with, of that anxiety of how do you keep your baby safe? But there's the answer to that is you really can't. Like, you can do all the steps it takes, and something as simple as this, your baby can just die. Like, for sure. Like, but I think that as moms, we have to think about like the precautionary measures that we take. Some people don't agree with them, and that's okay. Like, it's not your kid. Like, if you don't like that I feed my kid Fiji water and you feed your kid tap water, like, that's okay. They're getting the same nutrition. They're both getting water. We just
hopefully
right. Right. I mean, that's just an example, but like nothing you ever do for your kid is gonna fully be right to people, and that's okay. But I think for me, like the main part of just keeping my baby safe is respecting my own boundaries. So like doing the research, like you said, like doing that research is a big thing because as a young mom, we think about like, okay, well, this is what my mom did. I'm gonna do it. What your mom did might not necessarily be the best practice, you know?
Probably was not.
Right. So it's like your mom did that back then where it's a lot less going on. Like, I feel like now autism is a lot prevalent and they say it's from, you know, shots or whatever, but we don't know. We can do the research or like giving your baby Tylenol or, you know, different things, but I mean,
for sure,
you just don't know. Like,
yeah, I think I have such a perspective about doctors and scientists right now.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm not bad mouthing professionals at all, but at the end of the day, like we're all people, and some people take their job seriously, some people don't. Right. Period. Yeah. And I think we have been burdened by a lot of people that have not been qualified. That. And it's crazy that this DEI stuff is happening. Yeah. Like, people haven't already not been qualified. Right. And got their jobs because of their parents. Anyway. That's for another day. Right. Or another podcast or something. Yeah. But, yeah, I think a lot of people are not qualified and haven't been qualified for a long, long time. And have been half-butting their way through a lot of things. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff to learn. And I think that anybody that has an opinion should keep their opinion. Yeah, and let it be an opinion. For sure. Like, if it's not structural fact that I know that what I'm doing is harming my baby, don't tell me. Yeah. Like, and do it for your kids. Yeah. And if you don't have no more kids, that's okay. Right. That's okay. Like, you had your chance. Like, because I mean, like, honestly, like, I feel like most of the time people just don't understand. Like, I'm doing what I feel like is best for my kid. So if you don't like that, you don't raise my kid. Like, you don't know my kid's preferences. You don't know what, like, for instance, with Jason, like, he just did not like whole milk. And so, like I took him to an appointment one day, and they were like, oh, well, how much milk does he drink? And I'm like, well, he drinks almond milk. So does that matter if that's a difference? And the question came about, well, I mean, is that really as safe? And I'm like, it's what he drinks. So it's healthy because I did the research and I chose this specific almond milk. Some kids don't drink milk past a year either. Yeah, they don't. So. And that's the thing, like, it's just really your kid's preference. Like,
Jason was super like, and he still is like, he loves almond milk, and like he eats food. He loves food, but he's gonna stick to I want my milk too. Like that's just the kid that he is, and I think that for me, it's kind of like I'm okay with that because I know that he's just as healthy as any other kid. Like he's happy, he's thriving, he does what he, but also it's like, I think that for me, it's assuring that I know that regardless of what he eats, he's going to eat enough to make sure that he doesn't starve. He's a healthy weight. Like, and a lot of people, like, I was somewhere, I don't know, I think I was in the store or something, and somebody asked me, like, oh, was he premature? And I'm like, no. He was 6 pounds, 5 ounces. He was perfectly healthy. Oh, he's so little. Do you see me?
Yeah, like, what do you mean?
And I'm like, I'm little. Like, his dad's small. Like, we're small people, so he's gonna be small. And I think, like, for me, that was just like a trigger because it's like, what are you trying to say? Like, I don't feel my baby. Like,
it's hard to not get triggered by things, but people are just so. Like I said, they're natural haters. I think that's gonna be my my phrase.
Yeah,
people are haters. They are naturally born haters.
So opinionated.
Yes, and there's no reason to have that many.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you should agree with my view. No, because at the end of the day, I feel like if you don't raise my kid, you don't dictate what I do with my kid. Like that's just it. Point blank, period. And if you don't like that, don't be around my kid. Like,
well, speaking of this is very controversial. Vaccinations. Yeah. So the thing about vaccinations that is scaring me is that obviously my kids are going to play sports, a lot of sports.
Yeah.
They're going to bump into a lot of people. They're going to fall on people. People are going to fall on them. They're going to cut people. People are going to cut them. They're going to be in a lot of people's bodily fluids.
Right.
Likewise. That is terrifying. It's terrifying to me that it's actually like a whole movement that like a huge part of the population is not going to be vaccinated with the same things that my kids are going to be anymore.
Yeah.
I understand the perspective and I get that there is a fear. But it's not.
Like, in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, I feel like I would rather take the risk of them getting the vaccine to know that they won't have, like you said,
whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. Like, I saw this one thing, like, measles is coming back around. Like, I'd rather my kid risk, getting a fever from getting a shot than,
Dude, what's so funny is I joined this group on Facebook. I joined a lot of groups on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, I typed in, what did I type in? Oh, it's something that's supposed to be like, kind of how we were talking about how like you made your own food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, what did I type in? It was something along those lines though, like you just think different, you're trying to make non-toxic.
Yeah.
Girl, when I tell you I joined like 10 of those groups because I was like, wow, they're so, big. I'm going to learn a lot of stuff. I thought I was going to learn like detergents.
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah.
They're literally nothing but anti-vax pages.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get the perspective. But it just seems like it's a team thing.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. Oh my God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just, I don't know. It scares me a lot.
Yeah.
It genuinely does scare me.
And it's crazy that like you see so many people that have that opinion, and it's like, oh my God, like I'm worried. Like, and I think like that's a lot of why I'm so particular about where Jason goes, who Jason goes with, who he's around and stuff like that. Because it's like even like taking him to the doctor. Call me crazy.
That might be the worst
corner. Yeah, we sit in a corner every time we go.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather take his own toys rather than let him play with the toys there. And it's not being ugly or mean or anything. It's just like, no, we're at a doctor's office. I don't know what germs your kid has. Keep him over there. Like, I don't want him to play with your kid. I'm sorry. Because I know that we're both here for a reason, whether it's a well checkup or your child is sick. And, I want to make sure that I keep my child healthy.
I fully agree. Fully agree.
Girl, that's a deep topic right there.
It is.
All right, y'all. So That was a deep topic
That
right
was a
there.
topic
Yeah,
there.
that was tea. So that's all we have for today. We are going to definitely get deeper into those type of topics in future episodes. So y'all be sure that you follow us, subscribe to our podcast, and if you enjoyed that, then make sure you grab your mommy juice and join us for our next episode.